Hello dear students, this is the third lecture. I think this is the third and last revision lecture for class 9 physics related to gravitation chapter, and in this lecture today we will discuss about the all remaining terms that is related to gravitations, and all these terms I just taught earlier, but in this revision lecture we will discuss about each and everything in short concept, and when you just listen every concept clearly, then will be very easy to learn out and solve out any numerical based on the concept of gravitations. Let's see, starting from mass and weight. Mass and weight. Mass generally the quantity of matter, or you say that material that contained in any substance. The quantity of matter or material that contained in any substance is defined as what? Mass. And the weight means the force by which the earth attract any object towards its center. Listen again. The force by which any object attracted towards the center of earth. So just say the concept of definition here. In case of mass, the amount of matter or material that contain in it. Clear? That contain in it. And in case of weight, the force by which any body or any object attracted towards Earth's center. Clear? Very easy concept. When the definition is clear, then concept will be also clear about the numerical solving. Here this is the what? Force value, and here this is what? Only one, the mass, m. This one mass is measured by beam balance. Mass is measured by beam balance, and suppose you are measuring the mass and you want to what? Accurate measurement, then you have to use what? Chemical beam balance. Chemical beam balance. Why? Chemical beam balance gives the accurate measurement of mass, because when you just measure the mass with the help of beam balance in normal condition, or you say that in open condition, then there will be what? The effect of force of air resistance will active. But when you just measure the mass in a chamber of glass, then there will be what? Somewhat amount vacuum case. Then when you measure the mass in glass jar contain beam balance, then your mass will be what? Accurate measurement. And here the weight that is measured by spring balance. Spring When you just suspend any object with the help of a spring, then the mass along with gravity acting downwards, and that gives the concept of weight. And weight means what? That is force, and force is equal to mass into gravity. Clear? So next concept about mass, that is mass is a scalar quantity. Mass is a scalar quantity and weight is a vector quantity. Weight is a vector quantity. Clear? A SI unit of mass is kilogram, and SI unit of weight is Newton. Clear? If we measure the mass in CGS, then will be gram here, and here will be dyne. So very easy definition concept and concept of difference in mass and gravity containing weight. Weight means what? Always gravity concept. Whenever gravity becomes zero, then weight will be zero. And another concept will be, we can write on what? Mass never becomes zero. Mass never becomes zero. But weight, the weight of an object can be zero. And the situation will be very easy. The weight of an object can be zero. It means when the value of gravity is zero, then weight will be zero. Clear? Very simple concept. Just note down. Just see, after the discussion about mass and weight, the next concept is what? Thrust, pressure. But this concept in newly syllabus, that is deleted. So you have to listen only all those concepts that deleted in newly syllabus. So I will explain only in simple form. Thrust, pressure, buoyant force, buoyancy, clear? Thrust, pressure, buoyant force, buoyancy, and also about Archimedes principle. Archimedes principle and relative density. All these terms are deleted in this content of gravitation. But if the concept is asking, then you have to write down very easy way, because I just taught in the previous lecture. This is going what? Revision lecture, and in this lecture I will explain also about all these terms, because in this examination the questions may be asked. So the concept never becomes useless, because when you just know about the concept, then if the questions asking in your competition exam, then you can write down the concept. If you are knowing, then you can write, otherwise no chance. So just listen about the thrust. Thrust means what? That is the perpendicular force, or you say that the normal force acting on any body. Clear? And the thrust unit is same as the unit of force, that is Newton. Clear? Next one, pressure. Pressure means the force, or you say that the normal force acting on unit area. the concept of formula for pressure P equal to what? F upon A. Many concepts regarding this formula is everyday life you are just performing. Just you are walking on the floor. When the floor is weighted, then the proper force acting by you that is not available on the surface. That's why proper normal reaction also not available, and then will be what? Difficulty in your walking. So a proper normal force and the acting reaction force will be available in case of walking. In case of using iron nails, suppose you are just adjusting the iron nail in wall, then the iron nails end point will be sharp, otherwise you can't adjust the nail in wall with the help of hammer. And same case in case of laying the railway track, the use of concrete below the iron rails, that is concept of distributing the force, or you say that the weight of train whenever train passes on the given rails, then the force, or you say that weight distributed among the whole area and then can pass easily. So there are so many examples in your real life where the concept of pressure is utilized. So pressure, and then after pressure means what? Buoyant force. Listen again, very easy concept. When you just dropped any body in liquid, or any body just dipped in liquid, then the body replace the weight of water. When you just enter in water, then you also replace the weight of water. And when the body or object are you just moving inside the liquid, or going inside the liquid, or entering in the liquid, then you what? Replace the weight of liquid. And when you just replace the weight of liquid, then that weight of liquid applying a force on the body or an object or on yourself, then that force acting on the body in upward direction, that is defined as what? Upthrust or buoyant force. Upthrust or buoyant force. The concept of upthrust or buoyant both having same meaning, and the force means what? Always having unit measurement, that is Newton. All the phenomena when a body immersed in liquid and the body whenever displays the weight of liquid, then the liquid applying force on body in upward direction, all these phenomena whenever just taken together, then that is defined what? Buoyancy. Buoyancy is the phenomena in which buoyant force applicable by the liquid on the object whenever object immersed in liquid. So everything very easy and very clear. And next one, Archimedes principle. Archimedes principle, very easy concept. When a body enter in liquid, then weight of object whenever applying force on liquid, then the liquid displaced, and liquid whenever displaced, then applying upthrust force, then upthrust force or buoyant force, that is equal to the weight of liquid displaced. And whenever weight liquid displaced, then weight means what? W is equal to what? mg, and that mg applying force on body. Clear? Weight of an object that is equal to the weight of liquid displaced. This is the actual concept of flotation of any object. So just see the important concept after this Archimedes principle, that is what? Laws of flotation, or you say that principle of flotation. Laws of flotation. In laws of flotation, weight of object whenever equal to the weight of liquid displaced, then the object will float, otherwise sink. Weight of an object equal to weight of liquid displaced. Clear? Whenever the weight of object is equal to weight of liquid displaced, then the object will float. I think weight of liquid displaced must be greater or at least equal to the weight of an object. Then the object will float, otherwise no chance. There is always an important question asking in any exam, either board exam or normal exam or in competition exam. When the ship enters in water, then how float? Or another way of asking question, an iron nail made up of iron that is sink while the ship made up of same material float in liquid. The concept of this one very easy. Ship whenever constructed, then always remember one thing, there is a hollow cavity inside the ship, that during the construction always prepare such type of cavity inside the bottom of the ship, and that cavity containing what? Only air. And you all are knowing that what? Air is less denser than water, and air are the overall the constructive material that is used in construction of ship. Whenever taken together, then what? Average density of ship will be either less than the density of water or at most equal to the density of water. And in this situation, the ship whenever enters in water, then displacing what? Due to special structure, much more amount of water that equal to its own weight. And when in such situation ship enters in water, then ship floated. Ship floats, or the flotation of ship going on. So in this way the ship floats. But in case of submarine, there is also a special chamber, either inlet water or outlet water jet. So with the help of compressor pump or air compressor pump, whenever the submarine wants to go deep in sea, then the water inject in the chamber, and whenever water inject at the place of air, then the density of submarine along with water becomes greater than the overall density of water that lies outside the submarine. Due to this, the submarine goes down, and when submarine wants to come up, then with the help of air pressure, the water moves through out, and when water moves through out, then remaining air will be what? Less denser than water. So density of that submarine becomes what? Smaller. I will say that average density of submarine becomes lesser than the density of water, and in this case the submarine comes in upper level of water, and then after this the last concept, that is density of an object. Very simple. Density of an object is equal to mass of an object upon volume. An object, mass of an object upon volume. And density in some book representing by D, so representing here D is equal to what? M upon V, either by small d or by capital D, no matter, you can represent in any way. D is equal to M upon V, and the SI unit of density, SI unit of density is equal to mass unit, that is kilogram, and volume unit, that is meter cube. So kilogram per meter cube, and The topic related density that related, but listen about the related density. That is the ratio of density of substance, to the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Clear? So note down all things, and just after this we will discuss about some multiple choice type question that is very important for your concept view or for your examination point of view. So just note down all. Just see some multiple important questions that is based on your concept of density and concept of flotation also. Just see number first, multiple choice type questions. An object weighs 10 Newton. It means the weight of object is what? 10 Newton. In air. When immersed fully in liquid, it weighs only 8 Newton. It means after dipping inside the liquid, the weight of body reduces by 2 Newton. It means whenever the body weight reduces, it means what? There is a concept of upthrust force acting on the body, and the upthrust force that is equal to the weight of liquid displaced. It means how much force acting, that much force acting must be equal to the weight of liquid displaced. Here the weight of liquid displaced by the object will be, it means here suppose 10 Newton acting downward, then the force will be somewhat amount. When upward, that is less value, then the 10 Newton force will be decreased, and after decreasing, that will be what? 8 Newton. It means how much decreases? It means 2 Newton decreases. 2 Newton decreases. That 2 Newton means what? Upthrust force, and that upthrust force must be equal to the weight of liquid displaced. So here result will be 2 Newton out of among these four values, 2, 8, 10, 12, the actual value will be what? That is the weight of liquid displaced is 2 Newton. Clear? So after this, next multiple choice type question. Let's see. 4 balls A, B, C and D displaces 10 ml, 24 ml, 15 ml and 12 ml. Here 4 balls having different symbol A, B, C and D displaces different amount of water. In ml means what? That is the volume of water displaced by the object. Here object is the shape of ball, and the maximum displacement is what? That is 24 ml volume displaces. So when immersed completely, then ball will undergo the maximum apparent loss. It means maximum displacement of water means what? Maximum amount of weight displaced liquid, that is maximum force of thrust acting on body. And whenever maximum force of thrust acting on body, then there is a maximum apparent loss. Apparent loss in weight. In which body? That is the body who displaces what? Maximum amount of volume of water, that is 24 ml. Displaces what? That is displaced by body B. Here 4 options A, B, C, D. So B is the correct option. That displaces maximum volume of water, and when the body B displaces maximum volume of water, then maximum force acting on ball B, and maximum force whenever acting on ball B, then the weight of that ball get reduced maximum. It means apparent loss will be what? Maximum in weight. Here apparent loss in weight will be maximum in body ball B. And then after second multiple choice type question is third, that is very conceptual or interesting question. Just see, based on diagram concept. Here a solid of density 900 kg per meter cube. This is the solid. This is the solid of density of the solid, that is 900 kg per meter cube. Listen carefully. Density of solid, this solid, that is 900 kg per meter cube, and the oil floats on water. this is oil, and this solid that is floating on oil surface. It means the density of oil must be greater than the density of solid, because whenever density is less, then the body will float on the above surface. Here the density of solid is what? That is 900. It means the density of this oil must be what? Greater than 900. Always remember. Then that concept will be used in selecting the answer. And here oil is what? That is also floating on water. So see, the oil floats on water of density 1000 kg per meter cube. Here oil also floating on water. Oil also floating on water. What are your density? That is 1000 kg per meter cube. So oil density will be less than 1000, but according to this condition, greater than 900. It means the density of oil must be lie in between 900 and 1000. So just see what was the option given here. The density of oil could be either, remember, the value will be greater than 900 or less than 1000. So see here 850, that is less than 900, no chance. Here 900, also no chance. 950 is the suitable answer. This is the correct, and all these are wrong. Clear? Because 1050, no chance. If 1050, then this will be what? Sink in water, or the water will be above the oil. So this one is the correct option, 950. So in this way, you can select any one conceptual questions either in multiple choice types concept, or you can solve out any numericals that is given on your previous formula concept. So you have to revise each and everything that is given in this chapter, or I just taught in previous chapter, that is force and laws of motion, or just previous of that, that is motion chapter. All the three chapters, motion, laws of motion and gravitation, I just revised completely, and you will revise once or two times again thoroughly from starting to last, each and everything, that when the questions are given on any concept, then you can solve out, or you can write the answer in easy way. So that's all for today. So best of luck for your upcoming examination. So have a nice day.